François ji, as a Hindu yourself, what does Hindu nationalism mean to you? And talking from a historical perspective, why is the rise of Hindu nationalism and the RSS significant for India?
You see, Hindu nationalism is a must because most Hindus are not proud to be Hindus. We see Hindus in the US. I have seen so many. I've given lectures in American universities, like recently I gave in Atlanta. There are 3,000 students, Indian students in Atlanta University, most of them Hindus. If you give a lecture on, I gave a lecture on the need to rewrite Indian history, 10 out of 3,010 turn up. So lack of Hindu nationalism, lack of Hindu pride, is another cancer that's eating up India. So it's important that national growth, and I think the RSS and other bodies in India have tried to do that, but they have been marginalized. They have been accused of, it's a crazy thing that, people have been equating Hindu fundamentalism with Islamic fundamentalism. I mean, no Hindus will hijack 4 planes and ram them on towers full of people. No Hindus will think of that. Yet, they have put on par the same thing. Hindus are as dangerous. Even Mr. Rahul Gandhi said the same thing to the American ambassador. Hindu fundamentalism is as dangerous as Islamic fundamentalism. It's an absolute absurdity because the facts contradict it. Every persecuted religion in the world found refuge in India because of Hindus, not because of Muslims or Christians. From the Christian Syrians to the Parsis to the Armenians to the Tibetans today, every religious persecution and found refuge in India, and they practice freely their religion here in India. So, as a lover of India, it angers me. It makes me furious to see that Hindus themselves cannot, in a coherent manner, defend, their tolerance, their acceptance of the others, and accept to be put on par with, Islamic terrorism. So it's important that nationalism goes to India. It's important that Hindus feel proud to be Hindus. It's a huge task. I think only Mr. Modi can do it. You have to change the curriculum system. You have to teach young kids about Rani Kito Chennamma in Karnataka, Tarabai in Maharashtra, Aliabai Holkar in Madhya Pradesh, all the great Maharana Pratap in Rajasthan. You have to teach them in a pan way. All India, all India should know about the heroes and heroines and feel proud that I'm proud to be Hindu. But it's not happening. Unfortunately, it is not happening. So, and again, only Mr. Modi can do it. And my hope, my prayer that this man came for this purpose, for this revolution that needs to happen. But it cannot happen from Delhi. It cannot happen from Delhi. Unless, I've been saying that again, and I even tried to tell Mr. Modi that unless the capital of India is shifted to the center of India, where it will be more, in touch with the rest of India, you cannot govern India from Delhi. It's okay, for the British. Before they were in Calcutta and all that. It's okay for the British, but it's not okay for an Indian government. You cannot govern with bureaucrats who make orders without understanding the psyche of Tamil Nadu or the psyche of Kerala or the psyche of Madhya Pradesh. You cannot have bureaucrats, make decisions in faraway Delhi, sitting on the desk, isolated from the rest of India. And I thought Mr. Modi would, because he's a man from Gujarat, from central India. But, he's just ordered a new parliament in Delhi. So, Sri Aurobindo, I am a disciple of Sri Aurobindo, and he was a nationalist. He was one of the first nationalists who thought that the British should be evicted from India by force if necessary. And indeed, his brother manufactured bombs in the basement of Sri Aurobindo's house. Now, Sri Aurobindo, of course, left politics and then retired in Pondicherry, where he worked on his yoga. But when he saw, in 1946, 1947, 1948, what happened to India, the path that India was taking away from its psyche, away from nationalism, away from, the true values of Hinduism, he was, I think, as great a yogi he was shattered. The photo of him, the last photo of him, and the mother of Pondicherry's companion said that, he's suffering, so I am, I am not a yogi, but I am suffering to see that, Indians do not want to recognize their own value, their own greatness, and stand up to the enemies that are fighting against them, whether it is the Chinese, whether it is Marxism within, whether it is Western, hostility towards Mr. Modi and the BJP government, which was democratically elected. It pains me. It pains me. But what to do? This is karma. Okay?
Namaste. We hope you enjoyed this Chitti Media content. Please remember to subscribe to us and switch on the notifications for this channel. For our other social media links, more content, and to support our work, please visit citti.net. Dhanyavad. Namaskar.